Well, I'm so glad you're both here. And I hope this video comes in handy for people that I don't know, and maybe people that I do know who have been kind of like coming to meet me or met me in different arenas, different places, different ways. So this first video that I'm making today is a video that's explaining the sadhana and explaining why sadhana is so important and what really we're doing here today, what this is all about, okay? So we're in a society that basically majority of people that you meet are believing at a very deep level, different levels, I am the body. Believing I am the body, instigates in the animal fear. The mind needs to be returning to the realization that I am, meaning I, ecstasy, I, life, I, consciousness, exist, unceasingly. And when this is an unceasing loop, this mind is constantly returning to its source in every given moment, then it can be said that you are what people like the word enlightened, but this word enlightened simply means you are subtle, you are light. You are lighter and lighter and lighter all the time. You are realizing ever more deeply, I am the joy and the light of my own soul. I'm bountiful, I'm blissful, I'm beautiful, and I'm whole. Now, in this world that we live in, we could say that there are 4 directions. We could say that there are 4 seasons. We could say that there are 4 parts of the breath. There's an inhale space, an exhale space. There's a summer, winter, spring, fall. There's also north, south, east, west. And we could also say that there are thoughts, emotions, sensations, and then perceptions. Thoughts, emotions, sensations, perceptions. Now, you are not the north, south, east, west. You are not the summer, winter, spring, fall. You are not the life, the birth, the death, and the rebirth. Or rather, the birth, life, death, rebirth. That's really the cycle, isn't it? Birth, life, death, rebirth, cycle of 4. You are the awareness that is witnessing it all. What we call that in science is we call it in science consciousness. What we call it in religion is we call it God. You are God. And what we call it in everyday terms is I. But what most people are saying when they say I is they're saying I am the body-mind. They're referring to a series of ideas of a separate self that has a birth and a death, has a beginning and has an end. You are not that which has a beginning and an end. But when I say that, I know it deeply. And when most people would say that, you could teach a parrot to say that. When most people would say something like that, at the beginning stage, the beginning of it, it's just kind of like a faith thing. It's almost like a belief. But this belief is actually the reality. This is the truth. And we have to go beyond the belief, beyond the faith, that I'm not the body, and we have to know it in every cell of our being. And when we do know it in every cell of our being, then we no longer feel fear of dying, and that's when we're really living. Now, I said in a message on Facebook the other day that most people aren't really receiving the air. They're getting the air. They're not really receiving it. What do I mean by that? I mean that we're not really feeling the joy of the breath of life. We're not really feeling the bliss and the pleasure of being aliveness itself. But we're just kind of making it through the day. We're talking about the majority of the people in the world. Yes, the majority. So while you're going to philosophy class and you're going to school to study philosophy, this yoga is not a philosophy. It starts off as a technology that you are exploring, but then when you get really deep in it, that's when you're waking up. And this Kriya that we're doing, called Awakening the 10 Bodies, is going to awaken you to what we call the 10 bodies of consciousness. Now, consciousness is eternally consciousness. Always consciousness is consciousness. When can you say, I am not? You always can only say, I am. The only truth that you know to be constant is I am. Whatever you say that you add on to I am is a projection. You could say, I am a woman, but what if you're not a woman? What if woman is a set of ideas that you have that are built up around this that you truly are, which is I am. So the I am in essence, in the first body, is what we call soul body. Soul body is simply spark of infinite ecstatic life, infinity. Soul never dies, soul never divides, soul is always soul. Yes, soul never divides, never dies, never born, always soul. And when you are a radiant being of truth and joy and knowingness of who you really are, the soul actually shines through the individual unit consciousness. So it seems like I am a body-mind. It seems like it's a body-mind that's talking. But the truth is, this body-mind is not thinking. I don't know what I'm going to say when I open my mouth as the body-mind. Now I speak of, and I can interplay between speaking of myself as the body-mind and as the silent ecstasy of consciousness that is beautifully the domain of the body-mind. It's not the other way around. It's not the soul that's in the body. It's the body that's in the soul. It's not life that's in the body. It's the body that's in life. And when the body is dead, is life dead? No, obviously not. So we've come to this area, this space and time of consciousness where we're realizing at a very deep level right now, people are waking up. Wait a minute, there are videos of FaceTime live stream going into satellite dishes in outer space. Wait a minute. If that's how this is going, is it possible that I might not be that which is temporary? I might not be this unit consciousness that the whole world is buying into that I am? That's being marketed? Mass marketing, that you're not good enough, that you have to go do something to go and find love in the imaginary future? This is the reality. This is truth. You see? So the second body that we have to cultivate, once we have soul, okay? I want you to think of it this way. Man has sex with woman. When man has sex with woman, puts penis in the vagina, and the semen shoots out, all of a sudden, that semen has to get through all of this acid, swim through the acid of the woman's body, through a negative force field. And that negative energy, that negative charge is drawing the positive energy. So the next vibrational field, on top of the ecstasy of infinity, which is beyond anything that we can imagine, is the negative polarity of consciousness, which is the protective charge, which is the field of energy that says, no, it keeps the energy safe. It keeps the vibrational field holy. It keeps you from ending up in a field where you are in toxic kind of consciousness. But most people have an underdeveloped negative body. They have an underdeveloped negative body. Now I want to revert back. I want to go backwards right now. And I want to say that there are 6 subtle bodies, 6 energy bodies, 3 mental bodies, and 1 physical body, 1 castle, 1 ring to rule them all. So which body is of extreme importance in this life, this most important body that you have to get in touch with very deeply? Physical body. You've got to get in touch with your physical body. So Kundalini Yoga, this Kriya, anchors every exercise into the physical body. It works. It's a very physical experience that you're about to have with me here. We're going to open up your whole nervous system. We're going to eventually lift the Kundalini energy up, and you're going to leave my studio very zen if you do what I'm telling you to do. If you doubt it, you won't have the same experience. If you follow along with what you cannot understand, then you will have an incredible experience. You will feel very divine. You'll feel ecstatic. You'll feel holy. You'll feel bliss. Feel nothing short of bliss. So this is learning when you can say yes. When you can say yes. When you are charged in that second body of mind. So we have soul body, which is just pure bliss. Most people don't know this bliss because they only get glimpses of it. But this bliss is actually who you really are, actually. Yes. But are saying no when they should be saying yes, and yes when they should be saying no. So the positive, negative mind are out of whack, you see. So the negative mind is offline, and they're not making good choices. They're not saying no when they should be, and they're not saying yes when they should be. We say no to the things we should say yes to, and yes to the things we should say no to. And so when the positive mind is in check, you're drawn into fields of consciousness, vibrational fields that are actually aligning you spiritually. You need to be able to say yes to what you want, what you don't want. But at a certain point in the timeless continuum of infinite time because time is an illusion, then you end up in a neutral field. Now the neutral field is where you want to live. Neutral field, the fourth body or the third mind, is when you are naturally, without even thinking at all, just gravitating toward environments, people, and places, and practices, and situations that you need to be at without even thinking at all, without having any thought. So at the level of positive mind, there's still really a somebody there moving toward object consciousness. And in our day, we need to say yes sometimes. We need to have a certain level of identification with the body-mind in order to make it through this city life. You're living in a city. You're not living in an ashram. You're not living in a fucking monastery in India. You're in a city. So when you're relating to other people, seeming other people, you need to be able to relate in a way that is uplifting you. You need to know how to uplift yourself. That's the use of positive mind. And you need to know what is negative for you. That's the use of negative mind. What is actually a hindrance, what is actually an elevating factor, and what is actually guiding you towards more subtlety and a more calmer, quieter mind. You constantly want to actually have the mind naturally be getting on, and this is not through effort. The effort is only through witnessing the mind, through noticing the mind, through noticing where the mind is subtle. People say to me, I'm thinking all the time. I say, yes, because you haven't had any relationship with spiritual sciences and meditation until you initiate this relationship. And then once you initiate the relationship with spiritual sciences, you begin to cultivate neutral mind. And this is where this body-mind speaks through now. Constantly, unceasingly, this body-mind is a channel. I don't call it me. I am not the body-mind. This is the body-mind, and I am bliss. I am ecstasy. I am the joy of the soul. I am number one body, and all bodies are in me. Yes? And so this body-mind is actually a channel for a neutral flow of this communication to move through it. But I am not that. I am that and all that is, and so much more. Yes? And so then we go to the fifth body. The fifth body is the physical body. You see? The physical body is the domain. It's getting hot in here. Take off all your clothes. Okay. The fifth body is in a deep relationship with the eighth body. Okay? Fifth body is in a deep relationship with the eighth body. So I'm going to jump around a little bit, and then we're going to rewind. And then when you study this video, if you study this video again, you can watch it a few times as you're doing the sadhana to deepen your experience if you choose to play with this. You don't need to watch this video every day. You only need to watch this video until you're getting a sense of what I'm saying and how it's true. Okay? I want you to go beyond faith. I don't have faith. I don't need faith. Faith is belief. Belief is mind. Mind is thought. Thought is fine, no problem with thought, especially when it's a reflection of the ecstasy that animates it. You see? Mind is no problem. Mind is a tool when you are using it. Mind is a fool when you think you are it. Tool when you're using it. Fool when it's using you. Yes? So, fifth body and eighth body are linked. They're linked. What is eighth body? Prana. Pranic body. What is pranic body? What you eat, what you breathe, what you drink. 3. You eat, you breathe, you drink. These are the primary forces of energy that you take in. You drink water or sometimes other things. Okay? And then I had some coffee earlier before you all got here. And then I went back for that second cup of coffee and I can feel the nerves in the body go. Why? Because I'm so in touch now with the pranic body, the eighth body, that I can feel what is ultimately going to keep this vibrational field vibrating in ecstasy, vibrating high. You want to be high all day. People try to do it through substances. Number one thing that will get you high is the breath of life. Getting into breath of life. In our sadhana this time, we're not going to work with breath work. We're going to do breath work to warm you up. We're going to do breath work to get you into the Kriya. We're going to do breath work throughout the Kriya. And the whole thing is breath work. But I'm not going to do any deep pranayama with this beginner intro Kriya today. If you keep up for 40 days, you come back to see me again. Come back to see me again. 40 days. Come back to see me again. You don't miss a day. You do this, you put in the 35, 40 minutes. It's going to take, 45 minutes a day? Your mind says no. This is just your old patterns of lacking discipline. See? I spent the whole fucking day on Grindr, Tinder, Plenty of Fish, Facebook Messenger, everything. I was just miserable. And now I'm in ecstasy. And it's because I had to discipline the mind. It's like a horse. And most people you meet are, sometimes they have the reins and they're looking at the sunlight and then they look away and they let go of the reins and they sit in the back and they go like that. And then all of a sudden a thunder fucking storm goes by and claps thunder and then they just go, oh, they're getting whipped around in the back and then they're taking shots of whiskey, trying to figure it all out, trying to calm down, and they're fucking themselves worse. They smoke a little pot, they fuck their stomach up, and they just do a whole bunch of crazy shit.
Where is this?
Huh?
On a ship, or?
I'm saying this is most people in the back of a carriage.
Okay.
And they're getting whipped around because they think that they're the body. They're trying to calm the body down by doing things. But you cannot calm the body down by doing things because you're not the body. And as long as you're relating to the body as the body, you'll just continue to be miserable. And you have to win this game. Win in this lifetime. Don't wait. Don't come back again to wait. If you want to come back as an avatar. Come back as an avatar. This is an avatar. This is an avatar. This is an avatar over here. This is Yuktiswara. And most of these people, Dalai Lama is an avatar. What is avatar? Avatar means you already are enlightened and you come back only in service to people to wake up from their belief that I am the body. See? This is called avatar. So the eighth body is the prana body. Fifth body is the physical body. Physical body and the eighth body are in this divine relationship where you must learn to be in environments of a neutral mind, fourth body, that neutralize your pranic flow. So you eat the right foods. You can put your hand at some point over food and go, can I eat this? Is this good? So Jitendradas can look at the food now and feel, looking at the food, feeling an environment, walking into a room, saying, is this room going to shallow the breath of the body-mind? Is this room going to inhibit the flow of prana for the body-mind? You want to breathe well. Nobody taught you this when you were a little boy or little girl. Nobody told you. I don't think. Nobody told me.
You told me. You opened, or you went on a live stream and you were showing the pranayama app.
And you downloaded it.
I bought it, downloaded it, and every day on the bus to work and from, I'm doing the breathing.
Good point. Good. Yes. Super. Keep doing it forever. Don't stop. You'll pick up what you'll find with the new technology. Say something. You want something else? Say something else.
I haven't gone. I still at 2 breaths a minute.
Good.
Not one or.
No problem.
Okay.
No problem. You're doing 2 breaths a minute. You know how many most people are doing per minute today? 15 to 25. Most people. This body-mind is breathing consistently through the day. This body-mind is consistently through the day. 3 breaths a minute. No, right now. Speaking to you. 3 breaths a minute. When you speak 3 breaths a minute, you're a wise sage. You're a sage. You no longer are living as the masses. Your body is conditioned autonomically in your limbic brain to only go places where you breathe well. But until you know what you're doing, most people are not receiving breath. So this 8th body is offline. They don't even know it exists. They don't even know that the food I'm eating, the water I'm drinking, the people I'm with, the things I'm doing are influencing the flow of the prana every single moment of the day. Yes. So then, 8th body, 5th body are in relationship. 4th body is the neutral mind. It will guide you toward where you need to be, where you'll be useful, where you'll be in service, where you'll be served. Where you'll be served and in service, and you'll be in service, and that will serve you quite well, and all the world will be served well by you being in service. You see? So then we go to the 6th body. So the 6th body is called arc line. Okay? So a 6th body arc line, woman has 2 arc line, man has 1 arc line. Woman has breast arc line, man has crown arc line. Woman has a magnetic field that is much, much larger, much bigger than a male. Why? She is the negative polarity. She wants her field to be as big as she can make it be, so she draws vibrational field of a super high charge vibrational field into her field. She wants to be able to be a magnet for positive energies, that she can draw in a seed that actually lets this baby that she births be such a high vibrational field in this world. You see? And so woman is negative polarity. She is vagina. She is egg. She is the cosmos. She's the next generation. You see? So her field is bigger. She has 2 arc lines, 1 around her breasts, 1 around her head. Male only has 1 arc line. When you establish the arc line, or the arc lines, then you are drawn magnetically into fields of consciousness that are vibrating at a high frequency. There's a natural gravitation to pull energy in that is positive and repel energy that is negative. Energy that is negative, it just moves away. It just doesn't come near you anymore. That bad things stop happening to you. You stop having major challenges in your life. You just are holy. You are the holiness of Christ, your Christ consciousness, when the arc line is full and complete. You see it in pictures in Renaissance art. You see back in the old days, Renaissance time, artists like Da Vinci, artists like Michelangelo, by the way, both who were gay. There's a reason why a lot of gay people have excelled in the field of art and science. The boss of Apple, I don't know if you know, is gay, right? Leonardo da Vinci was gay. Michelangelo was gay. A lot of people believe, and I firmly believe, Van Gogh was gay. You see? And so gay people are not focusing on the household life of birthing children often. Right? So they're able to really focus on the craft, on refining the craft. That's often why so many gay people excel in different fields. And in this field in particular, this body-mind is excelled at establishing a holy arc line, that I don't have any toxic people come near me, really, at all. They kind of, and when they do, they're quiet. They fall quiet in my presence now. So the 7th body is very important body. We talked about, I'm going to go back at the end, go back to everything, okay? 7th body is called aura, auric body, okay? The auric body is the particulate matter that is wrapping around your cells, that is your cells. Your cellular soup, that is the physical body, is vibrating at a molecular frequency. That's why people say, oh, that woman had good vibes, or this is bad vibes, because the vibrational field is called the auric field. And when you are vibrating at a high frequency, you're naturally drawing particulate matter of a certain color, a certain feeling, a certain quality to it around your actual physical form. That's called the auric body. Yes? So when your aura is strong, when you have a strong aura, again, it's very similar to the arc line in this way. You are naturally in touch with subtlety. We're naturally in touch with your own nature as actually the subtlety of consciousness itself when your aura is established. When your aura is established, you're really protected, you're shielded. It's really like a shield around you. It really is. When you have a strong aura. You ever heard that saying? That person has a really strong aura. Yeah, strong aura is like, wow, that person's got a super high vibration. Then we talk about the ninth body. And the ninth body is called the subtle body. The subtle body never dies. And the first body, soul body, never dies. But the 10th body, the 8th body, the 7th body, the 6th body, the 4th, 5th, 3rd, 2nd, those bodies die. Number 1 and 9 don't die. What is the subtle body? I can go right now for you and go, Jesus, 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 Jesus. Ramana Maharshi, Ramana Maharshi, Ramana Maharshi, Ramana Maharshi. So these bodies of these enlightened sages, they are here now. They go right into your field, but not for most people. That you have to establish and balance all 10 bodies, and then the 11th body, which is the body of the sage, comes to kick in once you've established the 10. So the subtle body is the body of the enlightened sage. This is Ramana Maharshi, yes, over here. But he's dead. Form is not, but he never was the body, ever. He knew it. So when you know it, no, you're not the body, and I know it, I'm not the body, I can call him here easy. Easy then, so easy, no problem. He wants to come here. He wants to help you. Is this no problem? So that's the subtle body that never dies. The deeper you know yourself to be, the infinity of soul, the less you ever die. And then when you're in difficult situation in life, physically, everyone experiences challenges. Then eventually, body will succumb to death, and you don't grasp at it. You don't grab it. Say, whatever, I'm subtle. I'm the subtlety of soul. So this is the body that actually connects you to the infinity of the soul. This is the body that's wired into the first body, that is ever present, that we could say is the egoic consciousness. Ego is actually, when you are knowing who you are, is a reflection of the ecstasy that gives it its animation. Ego is not your amigo until you know who you are, and then ego is your amigo again. Just as mind is not very useful to you when you think you are it, but when you know you're not it, mind is quite useful, very useful tool. You see? So then, when you've done your work, you've done some Kundalini Yoga, you've charged your body with breathwork. Pranayama, breathwork, is extremely important. Cannot feel happy if you're shallow breathing. Gotta deepen your breath. See? I'm not working on that with you very much here today. I'm working on that later. And if you decide you want to go deeper before you want to add on. But if I give you too much stuff to do for homework, when I'm working to help you to get more subtle, you won't do it. You fall off the bandwagon. To give you baby bits. I now don't do baby bits. I do yoga all day. Because there's nothing else I want. I'm already peaceful. I'm already happy. I don't want to go find boyfriend in the bar. I don't want to go and get a big house. I don't want to go and get a big... I don't care about this fucking shit. I don't want any of this. No problem if that's what you want. I don't want this. You see? I just want to be happy only. Okay? So, but for a certain while, you have to feather your way in. You have to kind of like make your way in to a more spiritual flow of a householder's life. Both of you are most likely who can say, householders. I'm a householder. If a man came to me and said, you're so wise, you're a sage, I want to learn from you and I want to love you and I want to be your male partner, I want to rise the ranks with you in the level of soul consciousness, I want to be, vibrate with you in the tantric ecstasy of great harmony and bliss, I would be with men, no problem. I would have a partner, I would have sex, whatever. But right now, this is just lust only that brings me out into this field. You see, I don't need that. I help clients tame it, that's all. So the 10th body is called the radiant body. And when all the other bodies are vibrating at this frequency of light, the soul body is reflecting through the unit consciousness, the seeming unit consciousness, which is an illusion, is a ghost. Yeah. Then the body radiates a field almost like I'm getting really high just from talking right now. But the 10th body has this glow around it. Okay. And some people have that glow. You both have that glow right now because you're tuning in very well to me and you're meditating really deeply just by tuning into the field that's in here, really strong field in here. So that vibrational field is making your bodies radiant. My teacher, Guru Prem, said, I want you to stop talking about your cities, but I don't care. So I can see sometimes auric particles around people's bodies, and right now your auric particles are very, very over there, they're big, right? So then the 11th body, this is called the 11th body, okay? And the 11th body is established. This is the body of bodies. This is called the body of infinity. This is called the body of the sage. So this is when you are literally the silence itself. You know yourself to be the silence itself. You are beyond the soul body at this point. You know the soul body. You know the infinity of soul. You are aware of the infinity of soul, that you are the infinity of soul, but you're actually able to live in this world and not have it in every which way. And so this is the goal of everybody that is in the world, but nobody knows it because everybody's chasing after happiness. Okay? So this was about 30 minutes of talking now. So you might want to watch this segment again to get a great depth of what we're going to do. I'm going to talk about the 10 bodies during the Kriya, but only a little bit. The majority of what you'll come to know about the 10 bodies could be through this video, or I can send you literature if you text me or email me, okay? Now, when we start off Kundalini Yoga set, right? When we start off, we ask for help. There's something called the golden chain. When a body is dead of a sage, okay? A sage dies. The sage, only the body dies. But the subtle field of particulate matter that has been vibrating unto infinity, that field never goes. So we in Kundalini Yoga tap in to those sage energies to help us, to serve us, and to guide us. Ong is not Om. Om is absolute silence. But in Kundalini Yoga, we work with Om. And we chant Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Exactly in that way 3 times. So if I pronounce the Shabad wrong, Shabad meaning sound current, wrong, I do not get the same result. I do not get it. What Om Namo Gurudev Namo means is I bow to the divine wisdom of the universe. I bow to the true teacher within. Okay? I bow to the divine wisdom of the everything, everyone, everywhere that is all one consciousness. And I bow to the teacher within that is ever more deeply realizing that that is the truth. Take me in, sweet God. This is a request for some help. Now you call out for some help. So it's not stupid, it's technology. And it's the greatest technology. It's the most profoundly awesome technology. Then after we chant Om Namo Gurudev Namo, we bow to the feet of the Guru. We bow to the wisdom of the ages. We chant another mantra called Mangala Charan. This is a very powerful mantra for protection and projection. To project you into the deepest depth of soul connection and to protect you from judgments of yourself in the unknown. In the fact that you come to the science, and when you started, do you think when I started the science, I was just like, oh, this is fine, and I was just doing it all? No, I was opening my eyes, looking at people, having moments, saying, these people are all fucking whacked, what am I doing? This is crazy. You're doubting it, you're not believing it, you're thinking that you're not normal anymore. Good, when you're not normal, then you're home. When you're as far from normal as you can be, then you're really living, then you're alive. Then you're actually at peace. So So this is how far you got to go from normal. Is you got to bow to the Guru and say, take me far from normal, sweet God. Okay, then when we do this mantra, so I want you, we're gonna do a couple repetitions to get the mantra together. It's Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Again, I want you to say this with me. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Good. One more. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Now the tone is a very specific vibration to it. It could be in your own pitch, but it's Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Enough with this mantra. We're going to chant it together. You can rewind this video again and again if you need this, okay? This could be useful, okay? And then the second mantra, repeat after me. I'm going to say each line one time. Ad Gure Name, Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Sri Guru Deve Name, Sri Guru Deve Name. Okay, it means, Ad means primal. I bow to the primal pulse of ecstasy, primal pulse of wisdom that is animating the universe. I bow to the Jugad, the timeless pulse, pulse beyond what can be known in a thought. Thought is linear. Thought is mind. Mind is time. Time comes and goes. Time is not who you are. I bow to that which is the source of time. Yes, Jugad Gure, Sat Gure, Sat, truth, truth, Gure, true teacher. I bow to the true teacher that I am, that is beyond what I can ever know in a thought. I bow to that teacher within. Again, it's like Gurudev Namo, Sat Gure, Gurudev Namo, same Guru, same one. Sri Gurudeva Name, Sri means great beyond description. Gurudev, there you go. Om Namo Gurudev, Sri Gurudev, same Gurudev. Guru, teacher, Dev, teacher beyond description. Yes, I bow to the greatness of the teacher that is taking me in ever more deeply. Name. Yes, so I bow to that. And we say this 3 times also at the beginning of Kundalini Yoga. I will tell you about 100 times this Kriya. Look at your third eye. Don't look outside. Most people are looking around you. You must learn to be subtle. You must learn to be subtle. So to be subtle, and when you're doing your breath work, Brother Divine, when you're doing your breath work, you must learn to look at your third eye and draw your attention into that third eye. Because in that third eye, when you look into your third eye, this is the all-seeing eye. These eyes will deceive you. These eyes will deceive you again and again. I chased handsome men for years. Oh God, it was miserable. And now, handsome men chase me. Anything else? Now we make our video. Okay, so this video you can use as a reference tool for a sadhana. Maybe you want to watch it again, okay? Maybe you want to move through it again. Maybe you want to note take. I don't know how you do it. I can also send you documents on the 10 bodies. You can read about it. But this Kriya, you do it. If you do it for 40 days, it will change your DNA and you will never be the same in this time if you can commit to yourself. I know that life is busy. Best time to do it is in the morning. Pop the video on. It's going to be so fun. We're going to have so much fun. You're going to open your whole fucking body. You're going to stimulate yourself in a way you won't need to come to my meetings at Shapes anymore. My meetings at Shapes are nowhere near as powerful as this technology that you're about to engage with. Are you ready to get into some Kundalini Yoga? Okay. Video 1. Cut.